Hi everybody, it's New Nisi. I am coming at you a week after the last video, that's pretty good for me. I haven't been here for a hot minute, and now I'm trying to come back so I can give you guys some updates and some tidbits and everything. So what I want to tell you guys, I want to do a video today which was inspired by my daughter, and she told me, why don't you do a video about 10 things that you wish you would have known prior to surgery. And I was like, that's a great idea, And I was like, okay, yeah, because I didn't really have a video like that. And I think it's really important for everybody to know everybody's mindset about it. And maybe you could pick up on some tips that maybe would be beneficial, right? Okay. So, but first, I'm going to start off with my stats. And I am proud to say that I did lose some weight. I was like very ecstatic this week. I was fluctuating anywhere from 146 to 149, 149 on Monday, and then it kept going down. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. Because sometimes I'd have a gain and sometimes I would have, a loss. It's just, or just stay the same for the whole week. Because when you're in maintenance mode, it is a little bit slower. So that's a tip, an extra tip. Take advantage now of your whole first year and a half, first 1.5 years at least of your heavenly, bliss of losing tons of weight. Because then it gets a little slower, but it's okay because we just work a little harder at it, right? So my stats this week are, last week I was 150.5. And this week, today, because I'm giving you today's actual weight weigh-in, is 148.4. During the week, I was a little less, but that's not counting because I want to give you the actual, from 1 week. Last Friday was 150, and this week is 148. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my number one, what I wish I would have known prior to surgery. Okay. I knew about fat shaming. That occurs a lot. People look at you, they give that smirk and they think that you're lazy. They think that, you're just sloppy or whatever, which isn't totally not true. People should not judge anybody of how, their stature of weight or anything like that, or age or anything. So, but skinny shaming, I never knew. I wish I would have known that before, prior to surgery, because I thought skinny people had it made. That, they're just looked upon like they're perfect, they're cute, they're skinny, everybody loves them. That is not true. How do I know? Because when I went down to my skinniest weight of 136, people were a little ruder, actually. I didn't experience the fat shaming so much because I think people talked about me behind my back. So that didn't affect me. But to my face, I was like, wow. And people like that I would have never have thought, like at church especially. And I've mentioned that in my prior videos. And I keep mentioning it because I think it did have a lot to do with, I stopped videotaping, I stopped going to church. I just went into like a down mode, like, oh my God. And it was some other things too as well, but I just didn't feel good about myself. But I shouldn't feel like that because I've worked so hard to get down to the lowest I can, and I was wanting to go down even lower. But they were like, the skinny people I didn't know that people would go up to them and say, you should just, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you healthy? Are you sick? Those are the questions that, I would get. And, then they look at me like this, don't lose any more weight. Oh no, you're fine. Just, eat a little bit. I was like, wow. And then my mom, that's another one. She loves chunky babies, so she always wanted me chunky. And to see her, she goes, oh my God, I miss my old Denise. Oh, I don't like the new Denise. I'm like, I don't think so. No. I go, you have a healthier version, and she's going to last you a little longer than how I was before, because I had high blood pressure and I had all these, health conditions and everything. And she's like, I know, but I liked you, a little bit more. And I'm like, oh Lord. And so, yeah, she, but she's so cute though. it's hard for, your mom, they see you a certain way and then they see you like really losing and they're like, oh my God, my baby. And especially, in the Caribbean, they always want you a little bit more chunky. The more chunky or the more hips and everything that you have, I guess you look healthier or something. I don't know. This is just a society, the way people think. But I always believe, and I recommend that to everybody, is that what my mom always advised me to do is that if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. If you don't have a nice compliment for somebody, just stay quiet. Don't offend people because you never know how it'll affect them. So, going down to the number two, I wish I would have taken more solo pics. Yes, because I have a lot of pictures on my own. I mean, not by myself. That's the whole problem. I wish I would have taken a whole bunch of by myself, with clothes, with no clothes. I was always hiding up behind people, like family, my little nephew, my children, because I was obese. So I didn't want to take a lot of pictures and everything. I wish I would have taken more pictures because now I'm like scrolling down. I have an Instagram trying to get like a comparison picture and it's really hard. I mean, do you crop them out? I mean, I don't even know. To get a picture by myself is really, I didn't take a lot of those. So that's another advice. So take that to consideration, people. If you haven't had the surgery and you're looking at this video, please take a lot of pictures. Don't worry about how you look or you're ashamed or whatever. Oh, I look too fat. No, take it now. Take as many pictures as you can. Don't be ashamed. And then that way you have things to compare. And you're going to be like, oh my goodness. And that's going to be your motivator. So you can just keep going. So number three, I wish I would have known that I needed to lose more weight before surgery. He told me, my doctor told me, but I was like, yeah, I'll lose it, but I wish I would have really put a lot of effort into it because the less weight that you go in, at pre-surgery, that date that they're going to operate you, if you can just go down with the least amount of weight that you can and get closer to that goal, the quicker you're gonna see Wonderland. Like I went under surgery. I was weighing at 244. If I would have put a little bit more, because of when like the pre-surgery, when I started the process, I was 254, but my highest I ballooned to was 274. So I did do it, I did lose my weight on my own and everything, but still at 244, I should have gone down a little bit more, at least 20-30 pounds lost on my own before the surgery. Then I would have been maybe 220 or something, hit Wonderland really quick and just keep zooming through that year because you're going to lose weight quickly. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. But that's good for the newbies to know that. And the other thing, you need to identify, or I wish I would have identified, what was causing me to overeat. I would say that I would overeat and just until I couldn't, I couldn't put on my zipper, I couldn't button myself, I couldn't breathe. But I wish I would have identified what it is. Okay, are you hungry, Denise? Or are you thirsty maybe and need more liquid? Or are you bored? Or are you sad? Or are you happy? What is it that's motivating you to have that snack? Or is you stressing? And I find myself nowadays trying to analyze myself a little bit better and find out, hey, let's see, Nisi, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you stressing? Why are you popping that in your mouth? Maybe you're thirsty, or maybe slow it down. Like I try and talk to myself now more. But I wish I would have done that before surgery, and maybe it would have been, I would have not, ballooned up. I don't know. But that's what I would have wished that I would have known. And then I would have wished that I would have done something like healthier, like a healthier outlet, like went walking or went to the gym or something, or I don't know, just something for distraction, pick up a hobby or something, let's see. Skinny people have problems too. I didn't know that. I thought they were perfect. No, they're not. Oh my God. I wish I would have known. I mean, they do. They always look like they're always happy. and taking pictures and everything. And but deep down, they also struggling with some mental issues, I'm sure, depression, anxiety. Um, there's people that I've met along the way that are super skinny, and they're like, oh yeah, and I'm addicted to sweets and stuff, and the doctor told me I can't because I'm going to be a diabetic soon. I'm like, whoa, I thought that was obese problem, or people who are overweight will develop that. No, no, they do too. um I dated somebody that had really bad sleep apnea. Yeah, I didn't know skinny people can have sleep apnea. I thought it was an overweight issue. Oh, that was really rough. Yeah, no. um that I didn't know that. So that's something good to know. So, number 6, don't go buying so many clothes, okay? Pre-surgery, I was buying skinny clothes on sale. Don't do it. Don't do it. And even when I was losing the weight, I was buying all these different clothes. Man, it's just like, think of you as a toddler. You remember our toddlers, our little children, that we buy them sneakers, and all of a sudden, like next month, we had to buy another one because it didn't fit them anymore. That's us. That's us. I mean, I don't know. Bags and bags went to Goodwill. You know, I just wish I would have, saved up the money and then just wait, maybe for like a surgery, put that towards a surgery fund, plastics, right? Or just like buy your clothes towards more when you know that, okay, we're getting more closer to maintenance, but little by little, or just get them, hand-me-downs, or like a real bargain cheap price, that way, okay, you can justify it. But there were some things that beautiful, outfits and dresses and things like that I just had to get rid of, so wish I would have, not jumped into buying clothes so quick. So, I wish I would have documented by videotaping more of what I used to eat, during pre-surgery. I'm sure, oh man, I would have amazed myself at, like a vlog of, what do I eat for the day? Woo! That would have been funny, and then compare it to now, that would have been so cool to do, because you see a lot of videos of what do I eat now, but what did you eat before? That would be awesome to compare the two, and how extreme and how like moderate we eat now. We don't overindulge, and we just everything in moderation now. So I wish I would have done a video like that. That would have been so cool. But I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about journaling this video by videotaping my journey at all. I never would have thought of that. So that's another thing. That's good. But hair loss. I wish I would have known about hair loss, because I heard about it, but I really didn't think it was going to affect me. Okay, I did lose hair. I wish, but that's not the part that I wish I would have known before, because I did know that. But the part about using chemicals in your hair, like, I highlighted my hair with bleach, so I can get the nice little highlights and everything. Looks really pretty, right? Don't do it the first year. I wish I would have known that before, because I had hair breakage, I had hair loss, I had to chop a lot of my hair. If you look at my other videos, I had longer hair and healthier hair. But then I had to slowly chop it off because it was breaking, and the highlighting, oh, it's just not good. Why do I say that? Because we're not eating all our nutrients, right? So we need to eat the nutrients, we need to nourish ourselves, but we eat so little. So then you're putting a heavy chemical in your hair. Just go natural for at least a year, until your body's all normalized and everything, and you get some biotin in your system and everything else, and some vitamins in there. Because for us, it's very difficult to absorb all the vitamins, especially RNY patients, right? So that's what I wish I would have known. Number 9, hold off on dating. I wish I would have known. If somebody would have done a video like that, I would have listened more into that. Why? Because I know that people are married and you have to live your life, and that's perfect. But if you are single and you've been single for a while, and then you want to just jump into because you're looking good and you want to, that attention, you want that loving, stay away for that at least for the first year at least. And if you can hold off a little bit more, up to 2 years, because I'm going close to my 3 years, so that's fine. But because you're more stabilized, you're more normalized in your eating and everything like that. But you get so many snide remarks, like, oh, you don't eat that, or you're hardly eating, or here, and then they push stuff on you, and not only that, is that you're losing weight, you're losing your focus on you. Why did we do this surgery? It's for us, not for anybody else. It's for us to get healthier. It's for us to focus on us, and not for us to focus on somebody else and their problems and everything else that comes along with a relationship, right? So, and then with the relationship comes possible problems, because that's normal, right? But when you're dealing with so much in your own life, and this surgery is a big change in your life, a whole new way of thinking and living, and definitely eating, and consumption of anything. And then how we can just automatically get sick. So you're explaining also, if something happens during a date, oh, gotta go to the bathroom, because you're possibly dumping, and how do you explain that? Or you just feel sick to your stomach, you're getting the whole cold, the coldness, and like you're gonna pass out and you're weak and everything because you probably didn't drink enough, or you had too much sugar in something, or a sugary alcoholic drink or something that just sets you off, or this is a kicker, that you drank the alcohol and your body really consumed it right away and you got that buzz right away. So then now you're like, uh-oh, what do I do? So just be careful with the surgery. Allow yourself to heal for at least a year, like, when you have a newborn. Think of yourself as a newborn, really. Because when you have a baby, you don't want to have a kid right away, you at least a year, at least 2 years, with that baby, and then you could think possibly of having another one. So I wish I would have known that before, because I would have, avoided a lot of heartache and a lot of ins and out revolving doors. How about that? And frogs. So, lastly but not least, I say that if I knew that this surgery, how it was going to be for me, and how it changed my life for the better, health-wise, self-esteem, I just feel so much younger. If I would have known that a few years prior, I would have done that a little bit sooner. I know that there's so much stigma, so much negativity around this surgery about, oh, you're taking the easy way out. And there's just so many people that, oh, I know somebody, they had that surgery and they gained. Don't listen to them. Fear is what holds us back, guys. So keep moving forward. Don't listen to the naysayers. If I would have listened to my family, I would never have had this surgery. But I said, no, if other people could do it, I can do it too. And nothing's going to happen to me. Because they were worried that I was going to die under the knife. Well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. We're all going to die one day. So I know it sounds morbid, but it's true, right? So just do it for you. If that's what makes you happy and that's what makes you healthier, that, you're not having to take those high blood pressure pills or cholesterol or diabetes shots, or having amputations of toes or legs. Who the heck wants that? Nobody does. So if we can reverse it somehow, go ahead and do it. I give you the whole green light. Go for it. And just keep swimming. I just used to say that a lot in my videos, just like Dory. Dory would say, just keep swimming, and that's how I felt through this whole journey. How Dory had to just try and find Nemo. Well, I found my Nemo, and that's me, a healthier version Nisi. And I'm so happy. And I just want you guys to be happy and to be able to be more knowledgeable for the decision that you're going to make, or maybe thinking, what did I do? And you're in the middle of it. you didn't do anything wrong. You did everything perfect. Love yourself, then you're able to love others. And they're able to love you more because you love yourself. So I hope that this was helpful information, and I'll be coming back with some more tips and suggestions. And if you haven't subscribed, just please subscribe or like. And I really hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll be coming back to you with some good information. Take care. Love ya. Bye.